What are the main components of EX? First, you're going to be talking about your organizational culture, which is basically the values and the different actions that you take as a company to shape the workplace. Second, you have your internal communication, which ideally should be transparent, open. Then you have professional development and growth, which is basically career progression. Then you have recognition and rewards, which is basically you've done a great job and saying it in a timely manner. And finally, well-being and work-life balance and all the different processes and procedures that actually support that. But what is the relationship between employee experience and customer experience? How does the EX actually influence the customer experience? Well, when you have satisfied employees, when you have employees who are engaged, who are committed and loyal to your company, as I said before, they're going to want to go the extra mile for your customers. They're going to provide a much better customer service. And what happens then? Well, you get happier customers. You get customers that are much more engaged, much more loyal to your brand, which means they're going to keep coming back. They're going to keep buying from you, which means more revenue in return, right? But when a customer is happy and they keep coming back, and they are loyal to your brand, they also want to recommend you, which means that they're going to talk about your brand to your acquaintances, say family members, friends, work colleagues, you name it. Which means that you may have potential new customers, which means more revenue for your company, right? Then we have a good employee experience actually reducing staff turnover. Now, when you have a great employee experience and your turnover percentage is actually lower, what's happening here is that you don't spend that much on recruitment processes, right? And also, your teams have much less stress. So when you have all of these people here leaving your company, all of their tasks and duties need to be distributed among the rest of the team that actually stays behind, which means that they have double or triple the workload, which means that they are under more pressure to complete their own tasks, the extra work, and be more efficient, right? Not an ideal situation. But when that doesn't happen, and your team goes the extra mile, and they are happy and content, actually, they provide a much more stable and consistent and high-quality service to your customers. So this is all great, but are there any strategies to improve the EX? I brought you 7 of them around 7 different areas. The first one would be around the EVP, or Employee Value Proposition. The second one is around attracting and selecting talent. Then we have onboarding and offboarding, communication and feedback, development and training, recognition and rewards, and finally, well-being and work-life balance. And that is the bottom line of all of this, that you do not need a huge budget to be able to provide a great employee experience to your workers. You just need an employee experience strategy that is clear, that is consistent, because that is how your teams are going to thrive, and that is basically how you are going to provide a great customer experience to your readers as well.